Hey guys, Krabs here. We're going to be doing the French turn in Operation Caporetto. We're in spring of 1915, and because of that, Germany, Britain, and France all have a mandatory offensive that they have to do sometime this year in either German, French, or Belgian territory in Europe. So, for our two techs, we're going to be going for poison gas. That's a hit, so we get phosgene gas. And wartime eco, we missed. So for diplomacy, since we took Morocco last turn, we're going to get a free roll. And so I think we're going to use our free roll on, we'll do Romania as our free roll. We'll just bring some dice down here. So that'll be for Romania, and then we will pay 1 for Spain and 1 for Denmark. So let's take $2 off since we're paying for 2 of them. Okay, purple will be Romania, blue will be Denmark, and teal will be for Spain. So purple and blue on a 1 to 3, teal on a 1 to 2. And that's a hit on Spain, so that's knocked down to stage 1. And then our buys with $21, since the US is back up to $4, we can use cash and carry. So we're going to be buying an Artie for 4. And that will get sent over on the American turn. Buying our own Artie for 5. Advancing a Dreadnought 1 stage for 4. And then with the rest of our money, we'll do 2 infantry and a yeah, we'll do 2 infantry and a colonial. So this guy's going to move up. Okay, so into combat. So down here we're going to have Cav, colonial, and infantry going to Togoland. We are going to be doing our mandatory offensive, so we will go ahead and just move this over to 1916 so that we know I've already done mine. And this army in Lorraine is going to be attacking Bavaria, along with the 2 cav that were in Paris are going to be moving in. This airship is going to bomb the factory in Berlin. And I think everything else is non-coms for France. It's about all we got. So into Bavaria, so not mountainous territory, it's just a mountain border for if you're attacking from Austria or Bohemia. But we are crossing a river first round, and since it is spring, if we can break the trench line, we can go longer than 1 round. That railgun can't make it. It's got to start and end in the same territory. We will roll for damage real quick on this bombing. No damage. And Roll to see if he dies. And he survives. So, whole lot of nothing there. Okay. And I've got this battle mapped out pretty much. So we do have an effective commander. We are going to be using chlorine gas. And since we're the first ones to... since we're the first ones to do it, it eliminates the defender first strike ability, and we get a +1 to all artillery attacks with poison gas for the first round. So our normal arty is going to be firing at 5, and our railgun, which I believe technically, yes, is artillery. So that'll be at 8 first round. Our normal arty, which normally attacks at, I believe, 4. Yes, 4 will be up to 5 for the first round. Our cav, which they're crossing a river, so it drops them down to 2, but with an effective commander, it negates that -1. And then same thing for the infantry. So first round, they're getting -1 for the river, but a +1 from the commander. And then also, cavalry as well as infantry. And I don't think these pair. No, so just normal arty. So we've got 7 of those. So we will be pairing 2 of those with arty plus the commander boost. And I said 7, yes. So 2, and then we'll have 6 infantry being boosted by artillery. So we've got our first strikes, and since we're using our poison gas, they don't get first strikes back. So we'll roll 7 here at 5. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. And 5 hits. So 5 on first strike. And he did tell me that he wanted to take artillery first, and then infantry. Okay, so there's first strikes out of the way. So we've got 6 at 2, because we've got 12 total. 6 are being boosted. Just kidding, because that's only 7, so it should only be 5 getting boosted, since we're doing 2 cav. So 7 at 2. There's 1 hit. We've got 5 at 3. There's 1, 2 more hits. And then our 2 cav at 4. There's 1 more hit. So 2 arty, and then 2 guys. And that will be the trench line broken. So all of these guys defending at... actually, they should be defending at 5 because of the commander. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits total. So 5 hits total. We'll lose 2. So 2, 3, that would put that down to 6. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. So poison gas gets used. All of those guys are now back down to their normal 4. This guy goes back down to 7. We've got 7 infantry left, 2 cav, and the 2 cav are now not getting the river deficit, so they're getting +1 from Artie plus the 1 from the commander, so they're up to 5 now, as well as the infantry are going to be up to 3, and that's going to be 7 at 3, so that's 3, 6, 7. And they'll get, so how many Artie we have? 7, 2 cavs, so 5 of these will also get paired with artillery and the commander to be at +2 because the commander bonus can stack. So 2 will be at 3, 5 infantry at 4. Our arty is all 7 at 4. The 2 cav are getting +1 from the commander, and then +1 from 2 of the artillery as well. So we'll roll 3, or 2 at 3, I should say. Nothing. Our infantry at 4. There's 1 2 hits. We've got our 7 arty. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Pretty sure that's all the hits I need. Cav at 5. 1 more. And he missed. 9 hits. That's going to be the rest of the infantry. That will also be the fighter and the observation balloon. These guys are at 5, and that's 1 more hit at 5. So I will lose a cav. Okay. So that's all of the Germans dead in Bavaria. I will have to, I'll just have to talk to y'all about the retreating commanders. I don't, off the top of my head, remember how they retreat. But there's that. So the French are up in Bavaria. The railgun cannot, it has to attack and stay in a territory. It can move in there like next turn in non-com, but it cannot attack and take a territory. So we'll just leave that there. Okay, and then Togoland. We'll put this guy, we'll just put him here. And then just circle that. So, also, Bavaria is worth 7. So we can lock that. Alright, $7. So that puts us up to 28. And the Germans down to 32. Okay. And then this tack. We'll just use some of these. So we're going to have a cav at 3, infantry at 2, and a colonial at 1. And then we'll roll the defender at the same time. I think he's at 4 for colonials. No, colonials defend it too. Just kidding. The red will be the defender, so 3, 2, 1, and then 2 for the defender. So there's a hit for me, and then he missed. So we also take Togoland. So there's that. Okay. I think that was it for combat, so we'll get into non-coms. So these two guys are going to move down 1. This cruiser is going to move over along with a coastal sub, and we're actually just going to grab, we'll just use this as our fleet marker. So these two guys are going to go there. These two coastal subs are going to move here. This cruiser, TBD, this other cruiser. Yeah, Pre-Dread can make it as well. These guys are going to move up as well with those guys. This transport is going to grab 2 Zouave elites, move up, and drop them, and go and port at the same time. As well, we're going to have one guy walk down to Lorraine. The Artie is going to rail to Lorraine. And then we're going to have 2 guys from here go into Lorraine. We're going to walk a guy over and walk this guy over to northern Algeria. As well, we're going to have this transport come out of port, come up 1, grab this guy, come back down for 2, grab this guy as well, and then come over for 3, drop these guys in southern India. So French fleet out here. I feel like I always miss something that's like staring me in the face of what I should move or do something. But I think that'll be it. So we'll go ahead and place our guys. This is it. We're going to have a colonial go over to Anam Tonkin. And yes, that's missing a garrison, so we'll collect 1 less. And then we've got Artie. We'll put that in southern France. And then our 2 infantry, we'll put 1 in Lorraine. Just add to that stack. And then we will have this other guy go into southern France. Or eh. This truck is actually going to drive to Lorraine, and then we're going to have this guy go into southern France. So there's that. And then we will be collecting our income of 28 minus 1 for not garrisoning Cochin China, but plus 2 for trade. So 28 plus 1 total, so 29. So not bad. Got an extra $7 this turn. Took $7 potentially away from Germany in future turns because I feel like that's going to be a pretty tough nut to crack for Germany at least next turn. So we will. Oh, this commander is going to be going with that fleet. And I think that that'll be it. So I think we'll go ahead and. Oh, this railgun is also going to move up to Lorraine. Completely forgot about that. And I think that, yeah, that'll probably be it for that. So with that, we'll go ahead and end it off there and hand it off to the Ottomans.